going to take a look at some of the riffs in some of the demos that I've been writing over the past couple of months. This song is called HØRIZØN, a bit more uplifting, journey orientated. It's got a bit of drive to it. Yeah, we're going to take a look at some of the riffs, some of the inspiration behind them, and kind of where the song goes. Alright, first riff in the song goes a bit like this. That sort of inspiration, I mean, the fourth repetition of that really built from the song Hero of the Day by Metallica. It's a little bit more straight at the time. Kind of went a bit like this originally. Which was cool, but yeah, sort of came from that Hero of the Day riff that goes a bit like this. Yeah, but I just kind of liked the way that sort of inspiration started the song, and it's just on the fourth repetition I kind of kept that feel going. And then I was kind of listening to a lot of Bill Murray at the time and also now. But the song 2016 Cavaliers, I remember, had a kind of an alternate intro that was sort of a little longer maybe than sort of the intro on the record. Kind of went a bit like this. Like that kind of feel, and I thought probably something that I can do to kind of keep still in tune with what I created for the fourth round was just using similar notes and, you know, just drawing from that as an inspiration and kind of end up with this sort of feel. Feel. And kind of those sort of bits put together just gave it a bit of something which I thought was cool. And then I just kind of gave it that skip waltz kind of feel, just to give it a bit of a, you know, I'm going down the street, I'm sort of on the way to something. And that sort of lends itself nicely to kind of a mid-verse break. It goes a bit like this. Yeah, which is kind of cool. And then going into the chorus, we can kind of build that up and then hit kind of like a, I don't know, ZZ Top, Harley Davidson kind of riff as a chorus, which just gives it more of that kind of I'm on the road, I'm on a journey vibe. Yeah, if we look at the second half of the verse, going to the chorus, looks a bit like this. Yeah, which is quite a nice driving chorus. And then we kind of hit the second verse section, which is a picked section with some sort of lower ends, harmonies, and sort of more in line with the chorus, just to keep the song kind of progressing and driving. So we sort of hit another section which kind of is still nice and open for vocals, but yeah, just a bit of a different feel to the intro. Kind of goes like this. And then the lower sort of part of that would be of go really well together, just gives it nice space, and then sort of, you know, back into the chorus, which also has that kind of lower end running through it. So if we think the chorus riff was kind of like this. Yeah, so the lower part of that is kind of like this. And they kind of match up nicely together. And then, you know, we push on and sort of land in like a midsection as well. We bring those lower notes to the front, leaving a bit of room for the mid and high area for, you know, vocals and any sort of leads to come in next. So once we hit the midsection, we sort of have a more rung out notes, kind of like this. And then once the midsection keeps going, we start to really build it up towards the end when we'll kind of hit another chorus. So it gets more picky, just to get a bit more feel. So. Yeah, and then after that we push on to another chorus / outro, and then from there the song's done. Links are in the bio for the full demo. Check it out.